use up the toilet paper till the last.
Day 17 of my Japanese adventure was my last full day in Japan. A bittersweet moment, to be sure, like the final episode of a binge-worthy anime that you didn't realize was only 12 episodes long. I woke up like a dramatic movie protagonist, gazing out my hotel window with a soft sigh, whispering, "Let's make this one count," while brushing my teeth with the kind of urgency reserved for royal decrees. First stop, Tokyo Station. Now, Tokyo Station isn't just any train station, it's basically a palace of punctuality. With its red brick facade and European architecture, it looks like it belongs more in a Wes Anderson movie than in the heart of the busiest city on Earth. Next, I tried to visit the Imperial Palace, which is just a stone's throw away, or maybe 2 stones if you're like me and have terrible aim and throw like a girl. I marched over filled with noble excitement only to find out it was closed. Apparently, it was some kind of political event, royal tea party, a secret meeting, the Pokemon Council. I don't know. I was denied entry. I waved at the distant rooftops anyway, whispering, "Next time, Your Majesty," and turned away like a shunned knight.
Help us keep this place clean. Take your trash home with you. All right, come on, kids.
It was time for some arcade therapy. I got on a train and made my way across town and wandered into a nearby game center. Let me tell you, Japanese arcades are not places of fun. They are battlegrounds of destiny. Bright lights, catchy music, the smell of plastic and dreams. It was overwhelming in the best way. I zeroed in on a claw machine and inside a stuffed Yoshi. Green, glorious, innocent. I knew I must have him. 100 yen later, victory. I snatched Yoshi like a conquering hero. The staff clapped. A child pointed at me in awe. An old man nodded solemnly as if to say, "You are one of us now." I had ascended. I was no longer a tourist. I was a legend. But greatness is best shared. Enter Jason, my Tokyo-based friend, local guide, language wizard, and I'm assuming wizard. Jason is the kind of guy who knows which ramen shop is secretly a jazz club and which alleyway hides the vending machines that dispense origami cranes and only small amounts of regret. Jason met me near the station. Not the station I got off on, but a different station because I got off at the wrong station. Our first stop was Tokyo Skytree. Now, Tokyo Skytree isn't just tall, it's existentially tall. At 634 meters, it's the tallest structure in Japan and the second tallest in the world. It doesn't scrape the sky, it punches it in the face. We didn't go up because, heights and feelings, and the tickets were kind of high, we thought. But even from below, it's awe-inspiring. It looks like a space antenna designed by someone who also really loves latticework and glass. But Jason had something even cooler planned. The Chiba Institute of Technology, specifically its Future Science Museum, tucked into the base of Skytree. Now this place, a nerdgasm in architectural form. First of all, the crown jewel, the heavenly sword. A sword forged from a meteorite. Yes, you read that right. Space metal. A blade so cool, it makes Excalibur look like a butter knife. But there's more. A life-size Gundam bust peeking out from a hangar like it's deciding whether to save Japan or just chill in bed. AI exhibits that let you talk to robots who are way too good at maintaining eye contact. Holograms of Mars exploration missions. A 3D printer that prints other 3D printers that can print other printers. A robotic dinosaur skeleton that dances to techno, and a miniature model of the city of the future which suspiciously looked like it had great sushi access and 0 taxes. Some of those I made up, but you'll never know which ones. After my brain had been delightfully fried with future knowledge, Jason took me to a sacred place for all collectors and pop culture fanatics, Mandrake. Now, Mandrake isn't just a store, it's a multi-level alternate dimension of geekdom. Each floor is dedicated to a different realm: manga, anime, retro games, action figures, cosplay gear, and mysterious VHS tapes that are probably cursed, but hey, also on sale. Mandrake began in 1987, started by a former manga artist. Since then, it's become the holy grail for collectors all around the globe. People will travel across the world just to browse its shelves of pristine nostalgia and mild madness. There, among the treasure trove of toys, I saw it. A 1983 Star Wars B-Wing, still in the box, mint condition, and only about $150 American. I stared. It stared back. I looked at him. He looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me. But I didn't buy it, even though there was a connection. I hesitated. The logistics, the packing, the guilt of putting it in checked luggage next to dirty underwear. I walked away, and to this day I regret that decision. So if you, dear stranger, are reading this, and you bought a B-Wing, mint in the box, in Mandrake, in Tokyo, Japan, I sincerely hope you are loving it, cherishing it, and maybe even building a little altar to it. Please, give it the respect that I failed to. To soothe my pain, Jason introduced me to some of his friends and took me for authentic Okinawan food far from the touristy areas. We ducked down a quiet alley past two noodle shops and what might have been a tiny shrine or just a mailbox, and found a cozy little place with low ceilings, warm lanterns, and smells that could melt your knees. The meal, sublime. Okinawan pork belly so tender it apologized as it dissolved in my mouth. Sea grapes, little oceanic bubbles of joy. We laughed, we ate, we shared stories about Godzilla, claw machines, fox sanctuaries, Super Nintendo World, and meteorite swords. But eventually, the time came, and I had to say goodbye. Jason, my guide, my friend, my Tokyo MVP. I gave him a hug, which I think startled him, but I am kind of monstrous, and I thanked him for showing me a Japan I would have never seen on my own. Jason, you are my friend across the world, and I really hope one day fate brings us back together again. Maybe when I return to Japan, because I'm gonna. As I made my way back to the hotel, Yoshi peeking from my backpack like a plush sidekick, I took one last look at the Tokyo Skytree. The lights glittered like stars on Earth. It wasn't just a city anymore. It was a memory, a ridiculous, joyful, stuffed dinosaur-wielding memory. I fell asleep that night smiling, dreaming of space swords, missed Star Wars toys, and friends who speak your language, even if it's across oceans. And that, my friends, was my last day in Japan. But not my last day of my travel log, because I still have day 19 of my Japanese adventure coming your way next.